What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I'm going to bring back an old meta staple, a Pokemon that basically dominated every single limited meta a couple years back, and of course, I'm talking about Vigoroth. Now, this Pokemon has gone through quite a few changes ever since its peak in dominance in the Go Battle League. The main thing is Counter, Body Slam, and Rock Slide, all in a single moveset update, all got nerfed. But since then, they've both buffed Body Slam as well as Rock Slide, and while Counter is still not quite what it used to be, it's still not a bad move. It's still pretty efficient, and in a meta where people disrespect fighting type damage, Vigoroth is gonna shine. Really quickly, before we get into the battles, I do want to say if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it, but let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Alright, we got a game. Let's see, it's a Vigoroth into Blaziken. Okay, that's kind of scary, but I'm going to swap in my Quagsire here and hope for the best, because I know that they're likely on Ember, and that is what we're seeing here. Okay, well, here's the thing. I got a lot of water gun damage against them, and I wonder if I can flip this matchup in the 2 shield. It is a Shadow 2 cannon, so they're going to take a lot of damage here. Wow, I'm doing a lot of damage to them right now. I'm fine shielding this, I think. They could Beak Blast to debuff me, but no, they go for that move instead. So they're at 5. They have another Drill Peck here. I think I'm fine with this, though. I think I'm fine with this. Let's see what's going to happen. Aqua Tail gets the final shield from our opponent. They're going to have to throw energy here. Okay. Are they at back-to-back Drill Pecks right now? They might actually be. So it looks like I can't quite flip this matchup. Oh, they Beak Blast. Why? Maybe they were one away. So I guess they wanted to guarantee that they weren't in a bad spot either way there. And they just switch into Gligar. I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to stay in. At least for a second here. I can Body Slam this. They likely don't have really efficient charge attacks. They might be on Night Slash Dig. I honestly don't know what the common moveset is nowadays. Could be Night Slash Aerial Ace as well. I would imagine that we get Dug here, though. Yeah. And if I get my Body Slam off, I'm happy. Even if I don't, I should be in a good spot. Because now we can just farm this down all the way with our Fearow. We'll see if this is a Night Slash or an Aerial Ace, but either way, I always no-shield this matchup with my Fearow. Even with the boost, which is trying to make things a little bit spicier, I do have to no-shield. Alright, if the boost loses us this game, I'm gonna be sad. We'll see. Big Night Slash, how much does that do? Decent amount, honestly. They have a catch opportunity available to them, but I'm also almost at back-to-back attacks right now with my Fearow. Yeah, I mean, they had to go for a catch, but even if they got it, I think I had just too much energy here. Okay, not losing to the boost. Let's go. Alright, we got our next game. Vigoroth into Cradilly. Alright, this is probably not even that good for Vigoroth here, because I get outpaced to a charge move. Like, as far as a damaging charge move goes. Although, you know, Counter is super effective, so it's not bad, necessarily. It's just weird. I know I survive a move here. It's a Purified Cradilly, which is kind of cool to see. Don't see that too often. I'll swap here, clear my debuff, because even though I'm a ground and water type coming into a Cradilly, they're only on acid as their fast move, right? So the fast move pressure doesn't do a lot. Although they could bait us here with a Rock Gym, which would be a little bit scary. But they go for the Grass Knot. They play it safe just to guarantee a shield. And they're still staying in. So we go for the Aqua Tail right before they're able to get their move off. This way, hopefully, I'll be able to neutralize most of this Cradilly. Yeah, down goes Cradilly. I still have some energy on my Vigoroth, and I have a lot of energy here as well. Alright, I should get to 2 Aqua Tails here, which means my Quagsire is putting in quite a bit of work right now. I'm a little bit concerned about what might be in the back, because it seems like right now they're a little bit scared of my Quagsire. Do I want to just sacrifice this Pokemon or not? They're at 7, so they have a Trailblaze right now. We'll go for the combo play here with a Body Slam, whatever this is gonna do. We get a shield, nice. Alright, they're at back-to-back Swifts right now. I'll let this go. That way I do save my Quagsire in case we need it. They're at a Swift right now. I don't think I can quite peck them or water gun them down before they get to 2 more moves, but that's fine. Because Firo here, up energy, is going to hopefully put in some work against the backline. I'm going to no-shield this. It might be a misplay. We'll see. Big move. Okay. Can I get my next attack off into this before I get water gun down? If so, amazing. I think I can. There's no way I get water gun down here. If I do, then Firo, we're going to have a talk. Yeah, no, we do reach this move. We have the water guns in the backline ourselves to fast move down the Furret, and we do still have a shield as well, so I think we're fine. Drill Peck gets some knockout. We swap out here. Water gun damage is going to be able to just barely snap him down here. Let's go. GG's. All right, next opponent here. We see Vigoroth into the Dillard again. All right. Well, the last time we were able to dance around this pretty well, we did get a little bit lucky with calls. I'd say, oh, they're on Bullet Seed? Weird. Okay. I haven't seen a Bullet Seed Cradilly in a long time. I guess maybe I saw 1 or 2 yesterday in this meta. But that is just an odd Pokemon to see. I definitely don't want to swap my Quagsire into this as willy-nilly as I did last time. Alright, we'll go for the Rock Slide here, get as much raw damage as we can before they get their next move off. And we'll see what they want to do. Because they could shield this if they want to try to win the longer shielding scenarios, but I'd imagine a no-shield's more likely. And this might be an absolutely insane play. They could always go for a Grass Knot here. But they don't. Okay, good. I don't think I can Water Gun down in time. But I should be able to Aqua Tail them and get a knockout or a shield. And this will stall the switch clock out a little bit. It saves energy on my Vigoroth, which it seems like they might be a little bit scared against. This might be a crazy play, but this could be a Rock Tomb. And there's also, like, even if it's not, I just feel like having an energy lead and a shield advantage on Firo is generally a good thing. I'm not going to take too many bullet seats here. Okay, yeah, Macargo is not a scary Pokemon for Firo to see, right? They can get a Rock Tomb into us, which will draw a shield. But if I overfarm here, then I can get to 2 drill runs myself against them before they can get their next move off. And even with this debuff, I bet I still knock them out, or put them into counter downrange. They're 1 away from their next Rock Tomb here, so I have to keep that in mind. Yeah, that still knocks out. What's in the back? Okay, we should be fine, because I have so much energy on my Vigoroth, and I get to 2 Drill Pecks here, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, they have to no-shield this move, because they know I have the attack on my Vigoroth ready to go in just a second, but, I mean, counter's damage is the same as it's always been. It will be able to farm them down if they let this go. And, I mean, if they shield, then as long as they don't let a catch happen, then I should win this. And as an Incinerate user, it's going to be so hard for them to make a catch here. We just have to watch for them to be in an Incinerate animation, and then we throw the move. Which is right now. We have that Rock Slide ready to go. And now, down goes the poor Talonflame, and we can just punch through the rest of that Cradilly. Nice. Alright, Vigoroth once again, man, putting in so much work just as a core breaker. Alright, next game. Vigoroth into a Cargo. Okay, another thing, weak to fighting type damage. Although what we do have to keep in mind here is they can outpace us to a Rock Tomb or an Overheat if they want to stay in, and it looks like they are staying in here, which is a very heads-up play by this trainer. They must realize this is honestly not the worst matchup for Macargo. I'm going to shield because an Overheat here would be devastating. Yeah. And we have a lot of energy. Dude. Okay, another ABA Rock team. Why? I guess it makes sense. It's not like Cradilly is bad, but it's still crazy to see so many. Alright, we get the next Rock Tomb off, or Rock Slide, rather. Imagine Rock Tomb Vigoroth, actually. Just for a second, imagine that. Alright, I'm pretty fine with this. I don't think I get knocked out by this, but if they Grass Knot, it's going to do a little bit more. It might be a Simul KO. Yeah. So there's a 50-50 I get my Quagsire into that Macargo, and there's a 50-50 I don't. Let's see who gets lucky here. Nice. And we see a Toucanon as their final Pokemon. All right. A little bit of a scary Pokemon just because they have Beak Blast and they are up a shield, but we'll see what we can do. All right, they're at 9 right now. So 1 away from their next attack. I'm going to No Shield, hoping they don't Beak Blast, and they don't. Okay. 10. So they're at 5. This is going to be a close game still. Even with the proper 50-50 call that I got, they're at 6, 7. All right. Can I outpace them here? No. But I'm going to No Shield this. I don't think they Beak Blast. I think they go double Drill Peck. Yeah. As long as I can Water Gun down. Oh, okay. That was not what I was expecting them to do. But okay. All right. They forgot they went for an Overheat. So they were 2 more Incinerates away from the Rock Tomb. I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. All right. All right, next battle. Vigoroth into Burret. Okay, another thing weak to counter. Nothing but counter weaknesses today. I mean, I'll take that. Although this matchup is way more scuffed than you think it would be. Let's see if they're on Brick Break. No, that's just a Swift. So we know we survived this. And we know Body Slam here is going to do quite a bit of damage to them as well. Honestly, I feel like shielding this might not be a bad play. Can I counter them down after this? If I can, then I feel like that's the way to play this matchup out. If I can't, then Vigoroth is a fraud. Let's see. Oh, I should be able to counter down easily. Yeah, I have a lot of energy here. We'll see what they bring in, though. Okay. Well, maybe I shouldn't have swapped, but I didn't want to waste all my energy. Okay, Cradilly comes in. That's scary. They're triple weak to counter. Shadow Blaziken. Just imagine what Shadow Blaziken could have done here. Maybe I should be using this Pokemon instead. It's fine. They're at 7, so they have a Grass on 8. The way that I see it, though, if I get shields down here, then I might still be in a decent spot with my Fearow. I just need to get the final shield. They're at 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, either we get a shield or a knockout right now. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we do get the shield. I don't love that they're going to knock us out here. And I don't love that my charge attack pressure on my Vigoroth is so exceedingly useless, but it's fine. They probably swap instantly into that Steelix. Yeah. But I have Drill Run here. What move are they going to throw? Probably a Psychic Fangs if I had to guess. Oh, it's a Crunch. Okay, so that does do a little bit more damage to us here. This game's going to get so close at this point. Because I don't know if I can knock him out with a Body Slam here. We have to try, though. I have another Body Slam ready. I just can't let that Cradilly outpace my Fearow, which is why I did a couple of extra fast moves before swapping out. But now it's also going to come down to if I might just get Acided down in 3. It's going to be so close. I overformed by 1 more peck than I had to. So if I do get Acided down, that's on me. Come on, Fearow, I believe in you. Okay. Okay, let's go. You know, Vigoroth, technically triple strong into the team. The energy was a little bit inefficient, though, on the back line. But Fearow able to close it out. We get the knockout against the Cradilly. That was a tight endgame there. I'm really happy we were able to win that one, though. All right, next opponent. Vigoroth into Shadow Quagsire. All right, all right. We did just lose to the Gastrodon lead a second ago, but that's because I suck. So this time we're going to win. I wouldn't call this necessarily a good lead, but I think it is a little bit easier to play around than the last lead matchup, just because I can outpace them consistently, or at least in the Zero Shield I can. They're at 13, 14. Wow, okay. They're not even going to bait that they could go for a Stone Edge here. Could be a Mud Bomb, I guess. But yeah, just an Aqua Tail. Okay, I should not have brought this in. I should have brought in my Water Gun Quagsire. Wow, that is not good if I lose to this. That is very much on me if I lose to this now. Oh no, dude. I can't believe I'm about to lose to a Hippowdon. 5. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This would have been so good if I brought in my Water Gun Quagsire. But I can bring in the Quagsire now, I guess, go for a farm down and hope for the best. But they'll get his Scorching Sands off now. Ah, this is so bad. Don't debuff me at least. I know Scorching Sands is not as good as it used to be. There's a chance there's another ground type in the back. Oh, it actually is, okay. Okay. Are they on high horsepower? Or on Stone Edge? I honestly don't know the play is in this meta. We get a shield there. We go for a catch on whatever this is, and we'll see if that's a good play. Please tell me it is. They're at 2, 3, 4. Really nice undercharge by them. That was the perfect undercharge, because now they just land this move. Ah, that's so bad. That's so bad. Oh, man. At least I feel better that I had no play with my Furo into that backline no matter what. But if I would have just brought in my Quagsire immediately, I would have been so much happier. All right, next opponent. Vigoroth into Toucannon. This is such a weird matchup because I know I outpace before they get to a Beak Blast, but also I just take so much damage here if they go for a Drill Peck. They're at 7 right now, so they have access to a Beak Blast to pass a Drill Peck right now. Let's see what they do. Of course they shield, makes sense. 8. I mean, I'm just going to let this go. I feel like if they Beak Blast me, that's fine, because they're pretty energy dry at this point. And if they Drill Peck, that doesn't knock us out and we force more energy. Alright, we see a Licky Licky come in, and I actually get a Body Slam off against this before I get rollouted down. I'm not scared of Toucannon specifically. It's more so I just don't want to be in a spot where I give them too much of an advantage. Okay, well, they've built up to a Solar Beam. No reason to not respect this, I think. Dude, people are running Solar Beam today. Alright. I guess today is just a Solar Beam kind of day. And I'm so fine taking a Body Slam here. If I no-shield this attack, then I think I just Water Gun all the way down. I'll have back-to-back charge attacks for the final Pokemon. Alright, whatever. You get this move off, I can shield this. And I can outpace the Toucannon as well. Big Drill Peck, but now they're energy dry. Alright. We're at back-to-back attacks here. They are one rollout away from their next Body Slam on that Licky Licky. We have to keep that in mind. They do let their Toucannon go. Alright, and we see Cradily in the back, which can be a bit of a dicey Pokemon to see, I'm not gonna lie, just because of how much damage his Pokemon can do to my Furo in one hit. Same with my Quagsire. Okay, they shield that, though. But if they don't throw immediately here, then I can get my next Aqua Tail through. Alright, was that a CMP? If so, that's probably game over. I didn't see a sneak and I didn't see a catch, so I think that might have been a CMP. Yeah, okay, so they're at 1 right now. If I can peck them down in 5, then I just win this game. I mean, I guess if I don't, I have a Drill Peck. Yeah, Grass Knot will get the knockout here, but I think that Cradily is not that bulky. Now we just farm down. We farm everything down. And even if we didn't, our Vigoroth is still, in the backline with a bit of HP. Okay, let's go. We got our next game. Let's see, it's going to be Vigoroth into a Quagsire. Okay, a lot of Quagsires today, too. Makes sense. Quagsire is a really neutral Pokemon in this meta, as long as it's avoiding the grass types. I can outpace here to the Body Slam, but if they want to, they could build up to a Stone Edge, which would threaten a knockout first before I would get a shield from them. They're at 13. Okay, well, that could be a Stone Edge. I was going to try to catch it, but I didn't quite get it off here. This is fine, though, because, I mean, if this is a Stone Edge, I shield this up. They're basically wasting their Quagsire. Well, I do have to throw energy here. That was on CMP. It's a little bit unfortunate I don't get the knockout. I bet old Vigoroth with Body Slam with a bit more damage, I bet it would have done the job. I guess I let this go. I think I might survive, barely. It'll be close, though. Yeah, I don't know if I can counter down in time. I do. Okay, so I do technically win switch advantage, which is good, because there's a Piloswine in the back line, and I want that a million feet away from my Fearow. These water guns are shredding. And since they don't throw first, I actually get to go and get a shield, or maybe a knockout. They might be trying to build up to a high horsepower, because they're at 7 right now, which would be enough for that. But they might also just try to get 2 Icicle Spheres off here, which I think is the more likely play. Yeah, they're at 2. 3, 4, or... Is it... Did I miscount? Maybe I miscounted. Whatever, we don't care if we miscount. Because this doesn't knock us out. It's not 5-4 pacing to Icicle Spear, so I probably just miscounted gravely at some point. Alright, well, I mean, what's in the back? Magcargo? I don't know. Something that really did not want to see a Quagsire. For next game. Vigoroth into Stunfisk. Okay. I bet neutrally this is not amazing for Vigoroth here, but I probably survived 2 Mud Bombs, so maybe I force a third out of them. And if I can whittle down the Ufisk, it should be helpful for my Fearow to avoid this in the backline. They're at 7. They haven't thrown their move just yet. But Body Slam is not necessarily the best move in the game. Yeah. 8. They're 1 away from the next Mud Bomb right now. But we have put them down to about 60% HP, which is nice chip damage. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, we can at least make it so this Ufisk is not super useful against our backline. They're at 2, so 3 away from their next attack. 3, 4, 5. Body Slam CMP. And if this actually was a CMP, which it looks like, that means their Unova Stunfisk will be energy dry. And that is generally helpful. I would have loved if this was Peck down range, because I feel like this is going to be their best answer that they have to a Fearow. And I am a little bit worried that they probably have some Quagsire counters in the back here. Like, why wouldn't you? With a Pokemon like a Stunfisk in the lead. Okay, not on Smackdown, that's good. Oh, no, it's just a Wiggly in the back, though. I don't think I have the HP here to win this game. They might just charm us all the way down before I can get to 3 attacks. Quag's just not good enough in the backline, unfortunately. My only way to win this is if I get another shield, and then maybe I can swap out and save a move on my Fearow. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think the charm damage is going to do just a bit too much, and there's no reason for them to shield this, because they debuffed me. Yeah. At least I'll get their shield while I'm going down. But that Chestnut is, by far, the worst Pokemon I could see. Yeah, they do shield that just for good measure, I guess. Because they're so strong here with the Chestnut, right? I'll shield this up, but I'm not running Sludge Bomb like I guess I could be. That's so sad. I'll go for the 2 Aqua Tails just to show how little this does. Well, I'll throw 1, and then I'll top left after that, because I know for a fact this is not enough. Yeah. That is maybe the least fun team I've seen all day. Alright, next opponent. We can't let that Chestnut guy get us down. Dartrix on the lead, that also is not great, actually. Honestly, this might be a little bit worse. Just because this has Brave Bird, and that would one-shot us here. And Quagsire also doesn't want to see it. Let's see what they do. They throw after 7. It could be a Brave Bird, but do they Brave Bird immediately? I feel like that'd be a little bit crazy. And they're a little bit crazy, you know? Sometimes your opponents are, in fact, a little bit crazy. But I can get a shield advantage right now. Or a knockout, I guess. And if I get a knockout, that's good. If I get a shield advantage, then maybe my Quagsire can still do something later. 3, This is scary, though. Okay, they come in Ninetales, which I should be able to get a huge farm down here. 9, alright. I'll no-shield whatever the first move is. Yeah, Weather Ball makes a lot of sense for the first move. 10, 11, 12. They just decided not to throw their next attack, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm so happy that that was their decision, but they probably should have thrown their attack. They probably should have thrown at least something there. But with how bad this game is looking for me so far, I'm very fine with them misplaying. I'll allow them to do that. I feel like it's got to be another weakness to Quagsire in the back, the way they're playing this. Big Seed Bomb. Please tell me I get my Stone Edge off next. I do, just on CMP. Or maybe not CMP. Maybe they were one away from the next. But either way, we still have a shield plus a Fearow. Fearow with shield advantage should win against anything, unless it's like a Ufisk, in which case my Quagsire beats. And yeah, it's just a Macargo. Okay, well, that was pretty fun. Honestly, even if they got off whatever move they had there on the Ninetales, I think they were still in a bad spot because Drill Run would just one-shot the Macargo in the backline. But they probably felt kind of bad they didn't even throw like 100 energy there. Alright, not too bad. People were so disrespectful of fighting type damage today. I used Vigoroth today. Honestly, tomorrow I might try out a Pokemon like Counter Shadow Blaziken, because while Vigoroth is good at being, kind of a fighting type Pokemon, I bet Shadow Blaziken would be so much more scary. Even still, this team worked out pretty well, so give it a go if you want to try out Vigoroth. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.